Shalom. Call Haloyam La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahabushai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahabushai, Rakata Racha Kodash, Bahasham, Yahabushai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Shalom and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops and the elders in the Akim and the Akwathium of the hopeful elect. Shalom. Just want to go into a quick video entitled Stay Circumspect. Psyops will intensify. As we see, Donald Trump, the whole news about him broke out yesterday, right? On Saturday, July 13th. Today is Sunday, July 14th. And so there was what they call an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. And me personally, I believe it's just a psychological operation. That's what a psyops means. Psychological operation on the people to cause distractions and also to bring in and usher in, they do different psyops, the so-called white man, the Edomites, to bring about different laws, to institute laws, right? And then to also justify an action, just like the 9/11, September 9/11, right? To justify going into Iraq to take the resources and go after them for trying to get away from using the dollar as their currency. And so that was a psyops, and that was a very deadly psyops, right? And so this is another psyops. And then when you look at the news, the same time yesterday, this is what's going on right now. It says right here, at least 90 Palestinians reported killed in Israeli strike. The small hats, in an Israeli strike targeting Hamas military chief, because Hamas has been giving the Israelis all that they can handle, and the Houthis, right, and these other Hezbollah and all of these, Arab Islamic military factions, right? That's backed by Iran and then ultimately Russia, right? So it's looking like the military chief of Hamas was attacked, and they saying that it's reports that he was killed, and then they're denying it that he was killed. So, with a little bit more time going by, we'll see if that was in fact the case that happened. So Mohammed Deif, that's the military chief, the Hamas leader, who survived at least 7 Israeli, well, I have to click on it. I'm not going to click on it. Just want to get some of these headlines. This is what happened yesterday. And then so 49 minutes ago, Sunday, July 14th at 11:17 a.m. Central Time, it says Mohammed Deif, if dead, could be a nail in the coffin of Hamas's comeback. So the Israelis are battling, still fighting, and still waging war against them. That's what's going on over there. You see? So Israel's war on Gaza Live, another deadly strike on a UN school. So, World War III is underway. I say the preliminary bouts, the undercard, fights before the main event of the Bear Russia versus the whore America. And so the two main big dogs are waiting, sitting back because it's not their time to fight yet. Their little bros are fighting. Their little brothers are fighting right now. And so while they're making chess moves, like Russia went to Cuba and other areas surrounding the U.S., right? I think in like Alaska, something like China, a China warship, I think arrived over in Alaska. I got to double check on that just recently. So, the top dogs are making their chess moves. And America's funding Ukraine and giving them military weapons. And so in the NATO and the EU, are supporting. So everything is moving into gear, into fast forward motion, right? So they distract the people with psyops, psychological operations. Everyone's eyes and attention is now on this Trump situation. It looks staged. It looked like an act, just like the January 6th nonsense of that, when those Trump cats, whatever, had supposedly had infiltrated the White House and all of that, right? This reminds me of January 6th, that January 6th event. So So just keep. That's why I say, the video the Spirit gave me in the name of Yahushua is stay circumspect. Psyops will intensify because they're giving you distraction with sports, and then with quote unquote failed assassination attempts on Trump. And meanwhile across the earth, over there in the Far East, Israeli. And at the same time, the Israeli army is striking Hamas and still waging that war, and and that's intensifying. They're trying to kill the war chief. They're trying to take out the big names, the big leaders, the big heads, the chief men of the military. So it's just like if they were on the battlefield, and they're trying to take out the main guy, the top guys. But they're doing it just in planes and the modern warfare today with bullets and planes and drones, modern weaponry, right? So I just wanted to kind of touch on that real quick. So this very well could be this quote unquote Trump assassination attempt could be just a psychological operation. So whenever things like this happen, just automatically think about, this could be a distraction. See the news that's going on in the earth, because it could be distracting from the severity of what's really going on in the earth, Not worried about no damn Donald Trump assassination, and they having World War III. The early phases of World War III is intensifying, So we'll start at 1 Peter, chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, because adversary means Satan, because Satan, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And part of that devouring is going into the psychological operations, devouring you with the media and the lies, and everyone just checks the mainstream media and getting spoon-fed lies, deception and fabrication of reality. And everyone that just stay glued to those TVs are being that's what television, So that they're just nothing but lies just being pumped into the people. The vibration of deceit is being cast upon them and casting spells on the people to believe lies. And they're too lazy to actually do research and look up alternative methods and chiefly read the Holy Scriptures. That's the true script. That's the true movie script, is in the Holy Scriptures. So that's witchcraft through that damn television. Isaiah 13 and verse 19. And Babylon, that's America, the glory of kingdoms. Is why? Because that's the whore that sitteth upon many waters in Revelation 17 and 15, which goes into the nations, all nations. The beauty of the Chaldees' excellency. And America is the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency. Why? Because the Chaldeans, modern day Chaldeans, are the deceivers, the chief deceivers, the small hats. Because through the Hollywood and everything. And then why is because America is the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, because the Chaldeans, the small hats, they have installed, because they've installed their media, the CNN, the Fox News, and all of those control the control media, because they run the media and Hollywood and the music industry. And so with that plethora of vibration of spell casting upon the people, the fourth part of the earth, the Western Hemisphere, the Americas over here, chiefly these dumb Americans, the Babylonians, they're dumbed down and lied to through the Chaldeans, the small hats. The beauty of the Chaldees' excellency is over here in Babylon, has been installed in Babylon, America, through the media, Hollywood, and the music industry, right? And the internet is all pumping lies to the people. It shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And what happened? Fire and brimstone. And the new modern fire and brimstone will be the thermonuclear fire, the thermonuclear missiles. And then it's explained in Revelation that fire and brimstone and jacinth, all of these, the description of the thermonuclear missiles. That's another topic, That's one of the trumpets, one of the trumpets or the seals that goes into it in the book of Revelation. Lord willing, one day I could go into it more in detail, but right now, chiefly, circumspectly, we have to be understanding and being alert, because the devil's coming down quick, to distract the people, and then to also institute laws, because coming up in the fall in October, I think it's the World Economic Forum or the World Health Organization or whatever. They're going to have this bird sickness, the bird FLU conference, which is going to be the intensified version of the 2020 lockdown situation, right? And mandates will come from that. So he's swarming from every angle, but this is the Most High's show, and his men will not be affected. His men and women of the elect will not, and children will not be affected by this. So now Ephesians, they'll be preserved through it all. Ephesians 5 and verse start at 14. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest. See, we were the walking dead before we awaken to the truth. Now the spirit is the spirit that quickeneth us, in the name of Yahushua. And arise from the dead. We were spiritually dead, the valley of dry bones, in Ezekiel 37. And Mashiach means anointed shall give thee light. So that's the light. Now that's a risk that's coming through the elect. The light's coming from Yahushua here in Babylon the Great, awakening in the truth, back into the truth in these last days. That's that the light of the commandments and the truth, and then the waters that flow from Yahushua to the hopeful elect. Slocky Dylan. Oh man, sheesh. All right, excuse me, some of this happened, but everything is all good. Call Haloyim La Yahweh Shai. So now we'll go to verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. See, a circumspect. So circle means in a circle, and spec means, vision, in a full circle, full vision, 360 degrees. Keep your head on a spiritual swivel. Not as fools, but as wise. Don't be as in Matthew chapter 25, don't be like the 5 foolish virgins, but be like the 5 wise virgins. And what makes you wise? What make it simple? What make it the wise? What make it the simple wise? Or the commandments of the Most High, the words of the Most High. Let's see. Verse 16, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. We in the last days, we're in the most evil times to come. Is going to intensify. 1 Peter 4 and 17. Yeah. But verse 16, we'll start there. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, and the original Christians were beginning with the apostles, that the disciples that followed Yahushua turned disciples, right? Turned to apostles. Because that was a slur and everything amongst the Romans and everything at that time. Let him not be, and the true Christians today, they say Christian, a Mashiachium, or the hopeful elect today. Not these Christianity people that say the law's done away with. They are a disgrace, and they are blaspheming the holy word of the Most High. Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, as a Mashiachium, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify Yahweh in the name of Yahushua on this behalf. So it says, verse 17, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. So that's because many are called, few are chosen. Those that are not, the many that won't be chosen, that's where the judgment going to begin, with them, because they're not of the elect. Many are going to awake to the truth, but they're going to be awakened just to be destroyed. So we're not going to be ashamed, you know. Those that will not be chosen, they're going to be there, you know. Well, maybe not all of them will be ashamed of the truth, but you know, they're going to be ashamed for their deceit and their and not truly glorifying the Most High and Yahweh Shah in the name of Yahweh Shah. So verse 17, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first began at us, what shall be the end of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shah? So judgment is going to go from those that know that they're Israelites that are wicked, which ultimately they will be a part of the 2/3, and then the judgment is going to come down harsh upon them, and then but Israel will be preserved through the elect remnant, 1/3 of Israel. So if it began with us, you know, and we're going to got to go through our trials and tribulations through it all, right? What's going to be the end of the people that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? So real quick, Salah, give me 1 second. Okay, look up the word obey definition. So I just want to get the Google version of it, you know. Even the Google version goes into it. It says comply with the command, direction, or request of a person or a law. Submit to the authority of. You see? To comply with the command, or aka commandment, comply with the commandments of the Most High. So, and that's the direction. The direction is also instruction, right? So these people are wicked, you know. Come on, this thing wanna act silly all of a sudden. 1 Peter 4:17. Here we go. It says, so we'll start in the middle right here. It says, and if it first began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? So when we know that word obey means comply with the commandments, right? What shall be the end of them that comply not with the commandment, right? That comply not with the commandment of the Most of the gospel of Yahweh. You know, I'm roughly paraphrasing, but that's the gist of what that's saying. So if the commandments are done away with, Christianity say that the commandments are done away with, but then that means that they're not obeying the gospel of the Most High. So that means that they're going to be destroyed. And let's get that in the NLT version, which puts it in plainer terms for people, right? NLT version right here. For the time has come for judgment, and it must be, see the end times, the judgment and the end here. And it must begin with Yahweh's household. And who was that? That's the house of David, the 1/3 body of Yahweh Shah. And that's, you know, and those that have come into that great calling. And if judgment begins with us, what terrible fate awaits those who have never obeyed Yahweh's good news? And that's, you know, and that's Revelation 14:12. So the good news, you know, that's a terrible fate await those that keep not the commandments of the Most High. A terrible fate. So Christianity, they have a terrible fate unless they come out of that madness and repent. Revelation 14:12. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai and the faith of Yahweh Shai. You got to believe Yahweh Shai came and died for us to receive that grace period, to get out, to clean our garments, and to keep the commandments of the Most High. As we see right here, it's a 2-step process. So having faith in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai and the Holy Spirit, right? And then keeping the commandments of the Most High in the name of Yahweh Shai. And that's the good news, right? That's that patience why you having patience for that good news to come, for the to be a part of the elect, to be found in the book of life. So 2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 13. Now therefore set thine house in order and reprove thy people. That's what we're doing. We're setting our house in order, our physical house, which is this body. Cleaning our house, meaning what? getting rid of these demons, rejecting these demons, overcoming, praying, fasting, praying for forgiveness, keeping the commandments, having the faith in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, right? We're getting our house in order, and we're growing in the milk, and then we can be able to take on the meat, the heavier, darker, deeper sayings of the Holy Scriptures, and understanding the whole book in the name of Yahweh Shai, right? And reprove thy people, and then you can also now begin teaching, and you can share the word and edify in the name of Yahweh Shai. It says, comfort such of them as be in trouble. See, we're in trouble, we're being troubled in these last days, and it's going to increase. And now renounce corruption. So renounce the corruptible flesh. See, as that corruption, that the corruptible shall put on incorruptible, or the corruption shall put on incorruption, right? Meaning the spiritual body, when that salvation comes, that's incorruption, the spiritual bodies. So renounce corruption, meaning renounce that old man, kill the old man every day. Verse 14, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man. So, don't let all of the situations in this world and the mental strain that can come from the stresses of this world, don't let it choke you out the truth, but let go of these thoughts, give it to the Most High, put it upon the altar, give it to the Most High, and know it's going to work out. And, of course, we're in these fleshly bodies, so it can kind of get to us, right? But that's why we have to stay in the Word and stay refreshing your mind. And that's why you have to meditate upon the laws and because this is a commandment. Let go from the mortal thoughts. That's a commandment, right? So that's basically a commandment to let go of these old man carnal thoughts. And just know that everything is going to work out, Everything is of the Most High. He directs our steps, and He's not going to let you slip and be destroyed. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man, because love not the world, right? The cares of this world is the main thing on everyone else's mind. That's why they care about this presidential election with Trump and them, right? Because they saying if someone and people tweeting online saying if anyone kills Trump, then it's going to be civil war. And that's what they could possibly be doing too as well, trying to start a civil war. Because there was a movie called Civil War. It came out in April, so they're trying to start a civil war as well. So that could be very well part of what kickstarts a civil war, because it's going to be anarchy, like those movies, The Purge, that's coming soon. So it says, but the elect will be preserved through it all. It says, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. They're confined to the weak nature, and they are the weak nature have a stranglehold on them, but we're in the spirit, and the spirit is greater than the flesh. It says verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee. So don't give your mind over to heaviness, because men's women have left them. Men don't leave women, because of the truth. These wicked women are highly likely to leave, because they're all about the society, and the Most High is going to destroy them. It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Not physically. And it's not a flee doctrine or leave physically, because the whole earth is going to receive judgments. But you mentally and spiritually flee from this place. And that's in Revelation, I think 18, come out of her, my people, that you receive not of her, that you be not partakers of her sins. So because if you are not coming out of her, then it means you are partaking of her sins. Meaning if you don't mentally and spiritually separate from this place, then you're going to be partaking in those sins. That's what partakes mean, to be actively sinning with the weak people, the mortal, carnal Babylonians here, in the earth, in the world. It says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. See, so that's what's going on. The Most High say, let go of the old world thoughts. Let go of all of these worldly thoughts and the heaviness of this world, because you're going to need room for the heaviness to be able to deal with that which is to come. But the Most High is going to put a spirit upon the elect. As the Most High says, thou shalt laugh at death and famine and calamities. I'm roughly paraphrasing, thou shalt laugh. So we're going to laugh at destruction and the death of people, and because they're fools for being wicked. Because didn't the greatest prophet Elijah, didn't he mock the false prophets of Baal, right? He was mocking them, and he was giving them he was making fun of them. He was righteously scoffing at them, because their false stupid gods that they were foolishly trusted in didn't do anything, but the God of heaven, Yahweh, rained down fire from above and validated and confirmed Elijah in front of everybody. So we're going to laugh at death and famine, because we're going to be good to go, because everyone else was scoffing and hating. Everywhere we go, people give us nasty looks, and they look at us oddly, and they're they have disgust and disdain for us, so they could drop dead, unless they repent. So verse 17, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, and the earth is at its weakest state that has ever been. So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. And the age and the weakness of the earth is a bit of a token and sign of the people going to wax worse and worse as well, and they're going to be weak, and we're in the worst times ever, in the darkest era in the history of mankind. And is it a coincidence that it's under the rulership and tutelage and guidance and overseeing of the cave beast serpent, the so-called white man, the Edomites? Nope. They are the wicked of the earth. They're the most vile of the vile. The bottom of the crud at the bottom, right? Because society is filthy. Look at society. This place everything is just madness. Full, complete, absolute breakdown of society, morals, and spirituality. Isaiah 13 and 19. And that's all because of the so-called white man's influence and teachings. And the Most High is going to take him out the way because he's extremely wicked and filthy and defiled. Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon. Oh, wait a minute. I read that. Okay, I need that. We already read that one. So one last one, we'll go ahead and close out. Revelations 12 and 12. This is the reason why, all these psychological operations and Psyops is going on to distract the people and to usher in laws and to create a civil unrest and civil war amongst the people, the citizens against citizens, Egyptian against Egyptian, and then Egyptians against their government, Egyptians, right? So Revelations 12 and 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. It's the population of mankind. For the devil means slanderer, false accuser, deceiver. That's Esau Edom, the so-called white man, through the media and everything. His tongue, his serpent tongue, and NASA, the serpent tongue logo on the NASA, that red line on NASA, that's the serpent tongue. So you can't believe anything. We know that there's no lies of the truth. So how can NASA tell anything that's truthful when they pride themselves in making their logo the serpent tongue? Because they are the serpent. It says, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. You see? And everything's ramping up and intensifying. These psyops is going to intensify. These psychological operations are going to intensify, because why? He knoweth that he hath a short time, and he must make his moves quickly and swiftly. Operation Warp Speed, as Trump said, years back I think 2020, because his kingdom is falling, and he must continue to try to weave deception and deceit and cast spells on the people to continuously to have them in control. But his grips on mankind is gone now, because everyone knows that wicked man is being revealed, and he has been revealed. The Most High is lifting up his skirt and being exposed. So that being said, hope this video was edifying. The water to another video. To the next video I say, Shalom.